All right, let's do an example of a geometric series problem. So this is right out of the book. First example, what is the sum of the first 8 terms of the series 3, negative 12, 48, negative 192? Now, we could just list the next 4 terms and then just add them all up by hand. And that might even be faster than using the formula. But we want to practice using the formula on an easy problem like this. So let's see what we need to do. Notice that the formula, you need to know R, N, and the first term. Okay, so sometimes you put a little box over here and collect all the parts of the formula that we want before we use the formula. So can we get the first term? Yep, it's 3. Can we get N? You bet, that's 8 because we want the first 8 terms. But what about R? R is not given to us, but we can get R out of the actual series. So remember how to find the common ratio. We take the second term divided by the first term. So negative 12 divided by 3 equals negative 4. And 48 divided by negative 12 is negative 4, and negative 1. You get the picture. So it's the common ratio. Okay, now we just have to plug into our formula. Partial sum. We call it the partial sum because if you kept going with this series, it would go on forever. And if we added up all of those terms forever and ever, that would be called an infinite series. We're doing a finite series, or it's also called a partial sum because it's only a part of the sum. We'll do infinite series when we get to pre-calculus and calculus. It's a very important concept in calculus. So this is kind of a stepping stone to calculus here. Okay, so S sub A equals A sub 1, that's the first term, times 1 minus the common ratio, which is negative 4, raised to the nth power, so we need 8 of those. All of that divided by 1 minus R, which is negative 4. Careful here, we need minus a negative, which is going to turn into addition. All right, now you just need to do arithmetic. Make sure you watch your order of operations. We want parentheses first, then exponent. So inside the parentheses, I have negative 4 to the 8th power, which I can't do in my head, but it is 65536. So this is 3 times 1 minus 65536. All over 1 minus negative 4 is 1 plus 4, which is 5. Okay. 1 minus 65,536 is going to give you a big negative number. So this answer ought to be negative, and it is. Negative 39,321. Let me show you something here. When you're doing a series, this is the answer by the way, but when you're doing a series where the common ratio is negative, you're going to get this positive, negative pattern. So if you take the first 8 terms, that's an even number, you're going to land on another negative. So the last number that you add in the sum is going to be the biggest number in the list. And so in this case, the largest number was a big negative number, therefore your final answer is negative. If they had asked for an odd number of terms, you would have landed on a positive, and the last number in the list would have been the biggest number. It would have been positive, and so your answer would have been positive. Just something to take note of.